again, Nathar at CrowSong Lodge. I am obviously recording this video on the tail end of the other one because my honey's in the bath and I feel like I have time to do another video and enough information on the top of my head to do that. I just peeked at my list here to see what's coming up. In case you're wondering who that artwork is back there, it's by Stephanie Mui-Punla. She also did the beautiful Shadowscape stack that I'm so in love with, in case you wondered about the artwork back there. That's what that is. Anyways, so this video I did a little intro to numerology, the useful kind, a few months ago. I'll link to that wherever those links go. It'll go somewhere around here somewhere. And I wanted to kind of continue on that. The next most common use, well, hold up. Numerology is the occult study of numbers. Okay? So math people will talk to you about how like the whole universe is numbers, and there's mathematical equations and a scientific basis for how numbers are like freaking everywhere. And if you want to get into that like craziness, you can check out Fibonacci numbers. I'll put that word down here for you because it's a funny spelling word. Anyway, so ancient peoples really got into this whole number thing, and it's actually pretty cool. And it's one of the first things I learned as a youngster, like when I was first learning math. And who would have thought that teaching like your 6-year-old numerology would have helped their math skills? But go mom! So in addition to slicing and dicing someone's first name, which is what we talked about in the last video, another really helpful thing to do with numerology is to address repeating numbers. Now, a lot of times people will call these angel numbers, and that's fine. There's legitimacy in there somewhere. I don't really do a lot of angels. My study of angels has been purely academic, pretty much. And but my study of numbers has been pretty extensive, and so these angel numbers that you'll find on the internet are almost entirely based in numerology. And so that's a cool thing. Now, the most common ones you'll find are like the 11, and so a lot of times you'll see like 1111. People will post and they'll be like 1111, make a wish, or whatever. And that's, you know, the time 1111 or the 11th of November or something like that. And that's because 11 is considered a master number in numerology because it's a duplicate of the number 1. It's 1 1. Normally we reduce those, that would become 2, but in this case we leave it, and it's a number that represents the spiritual awakening and evolution. So if you happen to look at the clock a lot at the time 1111, or if you glance down at your receipt and if you see 1111 as a total or the price of something or something like that, that's usually considered a sign that you have a spiritual lesson or a big time of spiritual growth coming up, or that someone's trying to get your attention to send you a message. Now, 1111 isn't the only repeating number. By the way, this is Nora. This is baby Nora. She's my little girl. She just joined us a few months ago, and she's 7 months old, and she's a little murder kitten. It's fabulous. So hopefully she won't break anything back there. So yes, but other numbers, of course, can be repeating too. So if you see like if you glance down at your receipt and your total comes out to 555, and then you glance up at the time and it's 555, and then later on you need to drop off a package and it happens to be at 555 Main Street, you're like, oh, I've seen 555 3 times now. That's probably a heads up from universe. What does that mean? Well, 555 being 3 times repetition of the number 5, and 5 being the number of radical change and freedom and chaos in numerology, would be a heads up from the universe that a huge change is coming up and you probably want to be prepared for it. So these repeating numbers are a really great way for universe to kind of give us a little heads up that something is coming, or that there's a message coming up that we need to listen to. It's kind of like this interesting way for us to get forecasts And the more we pay attention for them, the more often we get them, which does play into the whole scientific issue of confirmation bias. But this is where our journals come in, and you can keep track of these instances in your journal and see how often they are followed up by big events that you really wanted to be prepared for, and what kind of events those are. So in case you've forgotten from the previous video or haven't watched it yet, the number 1 corresponds with being solitary or a leader or independence. 2 is about balance and partnership. 3 is about creativity and fertility. 4 is about balance and stability, strong foundations. 5 is about change and chaos. 6 is about families and communities. 7 is about knowledge and learning. 8 is about time and all of time and cycles. And 9 is about completion, being the last of the numbers. It's about having all of the things. And so when you see those numbers repeating, they will they give you the flavor of the message that you should be receiving, or the event that you should be expecting coming up. So repetitions of the number 3 would tell you that so you're about to bring something in the world, or you're going to need to be creative, or something like that. Or if you're an artist, there's like a big artistic opportunity coming up, or something like that. Repetitions of the number 4 are like a reminder to like go back to your base and get ready, like take a powerful stance and be prepared to weather something out, things like that. So repeating numbers are a really powerful thing. And those, like I said, are often equated with angel numbers as well. So that's another really cool like numerology use that you can use in your everyday life. That's super handy. And again, I'm doing these videos on numerology because it's often thought of as like, that's nice, but it's not really a useful kind of thing, and I use numerology all the freaking time. So I'm hoping to kind of teach you guys how to use it the same way I learned how to use it when I was little too. So that's just like a quick little video on another way to use numerology in everyday life, and I hope you found it really useful. Nathar at CrowSong Lodge again, and I'm signing off. Bye guys!